We respectfully request the Sangha of great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, bi thứ pháp hội cập nhật thiết chúng sanh. Tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mùng, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đạc lạc, tập chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Saranto, Suchedo Ye La Hudi San Miao San Puto Se. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Tô Già Đa Già La Ha Đề Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one true and actual doctrines. Gu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai, Jian wan jian an zao yu, wo jin jie wen de shou qu, yuan jie ru lai zhe shi yi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Qingliang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks, nuns, and all good no advisors, Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、精良大士、师父上人、各位出家人、各位善知识，弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư, Thiện Tiến Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị thiện tri thức ca Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 22nd of March 2026. Thank you for joining our discussion of the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. I'm glad you're here. We are on slide 605, 606. I think we talked about 605 already. Okay, let me do this. It's easy for me. Okay, Kinnara King assorted adornments.
种种庄严紧那罗王
Gain and passage into liberation of achieving a treasury of tremendous pure faith and understanding resulting from the perfection of all merit and virtue.
得一切功德满足广大清净性解藏解脱门
Okay, so continuing with these celestial kings who are in heaven ruling over us. And these are the Kinnara kings, so they're very first heaven next to us, so they know us intimately. And these are Kinnara, meaning they're these sort of like weirdos. They're the human shape with a horn like this, you know, like for fishing. Or rhinoceros. The horn of rhinoceros is like this, right? Huh? Yeah, but the Kinnara kings, the rhinoceros like this? Really? No. What are you talking about? Someone check out the image of a rhinoceros for me. So rhinoceros to me is like this, no? No, you're right, it's like this. Because it's like offensive weapon. Okay, so this Kinnara beings actually don't use the horn as a weapon. It's more like adornment. They look at, they have these horns, so when we see them, they kind of sort of look at us and say, "You like my horn?" That kind of thing. And some of them are like have tattoos on it. I think so. My version, okay? This is why we're taking our time discussing these things. Should be done about 2 years ago, thank you. But we have so much fun discussing all these things. And as I was walking over today, since my last time here with you, adieu, sois heureuse. Adios, be happy. Never mind. I'm getting emotional in my old age. Anyway, I was wondering, this is typical of what the Buddhists talked about. Master Shihong talked about 隐大先小. Got it? Never mind. You hide the great and manifest the small, or hide the great and manifest the unimpressive. Okay, so these actually, folks, you think of the name, you hear the name Kinnara, it's sort of like, it's just another being, Dharma protector, so be it, but it's still another being. Actually, these are Mahasattvas. Okay, make no mistakes about it. They're very, very powerful. If any of you, I don't know, you tried praying to these beings, see the kind of responses. I don't deal with them. I deal with Buddhas. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm just bragging a little. So these beings are very, very powerful. Okay, and what we're learning. Okay, what we're studying is a tiny version. There are 3 versions of the Avatamsaka Sutra. The tiny version we have, okay, middle-sized version, and the longest version, okay? Tiny version like of ours, every time we list something, it's 10. Middle version's like 100,000 names, okay? So this section here, if you do 100,000, we can't even do one chapter our entire life because we're too busy discussing one after another. Can you imagine? 10 of these so far took us 5 years. This is our 5th year. Multiply by 10,000. So it's going to be like 10,000 years. One chapter. Amazing? Okay, but anyway, I'm not trying to impress you with my arithmetic power. Okay? I want to remind you, I'm just wondering, and I need your opinion. She's here, good. I just wonder. What did I wonder? It's all her fault. She distracted me. Okay? Why these 10 names? Out of 100,000 middle version, or the largest version is like infinitely many names per celestial heaven. Okay? It's amazing. Infinitely number. And here somehow, when we got our short version, only 10 names. Why? How were these 10 names chosen? You like some time to think about it? I got the answer while walking over here. Anna, go ahead. Why? Why are those 10 names chosen? This is very important, folks. You can read this, people just read these names and they have no clues of why they're chosen. Huh? Anyone? Huh? Why these 10 names out of 100,000, out of 1 million? Yes, 8.
Emitofuo Master, perhaps because higher rank, or they are the principal, like the, no?
Let me tell you, honey, they're all the same level. Very powerful. Very, very powerful Mahasattvas. If they come here and they bow to me, so don't do that. Because we monks have this advantage, okay? That is, anyone who has a human form or Dharma protector, when they see us, have to bow to us. Would you believe? It's kind of cool. When you know that they are better than you, they bow on all fours. And up here, you're terrified. Say, what? I don't deserve this. They're better than me. How? How were they chosen? Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. Is it based on what you were foreshadowing? Is the Buddha hiding the great and manifesting the small names here that we can possibly comprehend to help us?
Because you're stupid? That's what you're trying to tell me?
Specifically,
That's
yes.
all you can get? No, this is a lecture of wisdom, not of self-punishment. Yes, 8. Why?
Similar to what Peter said.
No.
But then the greatest amount of benefit to us, so they chose those that would give us the greatest amount of benefit.
Greatest amount of benefits. Yeah, I suppose. Anyone else? Of course, it's always beneficial to us. Yes, 2.
It's from YouTube, from JB89. Are the 10 the only ones that wanted to be helpful?
Out of 100,000, only 10 want to be helpful? I agree. 3.
Thank you, Master. I was wondering if it was that they represented 10 different ways they reached liberation to give us a broad range of principles.
Broad range of principle. That sounds good. Yes, amigo.
Thank you, Master. I think that out of the 100,000 names, these 10 were just like the first ones on the list.
First one that came to mind. This got very practical. The very first 10 of the list. I agree. Because if they're all equally powerful, any of them will do. Yeah? Makes sense. Anyone else? Oh, the Koreans are still sleepy. Look at them. And, so cold, so sleepy. Not enough sleep, no food, no sleep, all work. This is so depressing. Never mind. It's called training. Okay? Stop complaining. Anyone else? It's a long, yes. Andres, did you know that? Hey, Andres, did you know that he's going to have a show this Saturday?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Are you part of the show? Or you? No? Yeah. You going to go or no?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh. Okay. You're not going to go to Saturday night mantra?
No, not this time. Not this time.
Okay. What do you say when you wish them luck in that field? Break a leg or break an arm? Or?
Yeah. I hope he does.
What? The leg or the arm?
Make for a good show. Yeah, both.
Both. You break both a leg and an arm. I don't believe you. This is kind of brutal. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
But maybe the 10, they delegate.
They delegate?
They delegate to the other 100,000. You pray to one, and then he delegates. He says, oh, this guy, he chooses another one to take care of you.
Go on.
Yeah, so you pray to one.
There's more?
Excuse me?
Is there more?
Well, you pray to one, and then he gives the task to someone else, to another one of them. And he chooses the right one for each person.
Malcolm, hit him. I delegate you. You're too much. But it makes sense, yeah. If I were you, I'd do the same. Yeah, I agree. Okay. You all touch upon that. I just want to point out to you this focusing on this thing here. I want you to understand that these people never waste time. It's very important for you to understand that. Okay? At their level, they, unlike us, they have a purpose in life. They don't wander around and say, you know, I'm going to have some Taco Bell today, tacos, tomorrow there are tacos, this kind of thing, okay? No, they have a job to do, okay? Because they have so much wisdom that when you have wisdom, you don't waste time. Do you agree? You don't waste time, because time is the biggest asset you have is time. Okay? And so they maximize the time with their work. Therefore, how do you maximize the time? They maximize the time by making sure when they do something and become celestial king here, it's in order to maximize your benefits. So far, so good. You see my reasoning? This is logical. You're not impressed. Who says that Buddhism has no logic? Buddhism is very logical. Just don't see it, that's all. So, in order to maximize their time, maximize your benefits, what do? They appear in the world to meet your most important needs. Right now, right there. Our most important needs right now. Or in the future generation, we study this. Same reasoning. Yes, single.
Thank you, Master. So if I'm hearing what you're saying, then there's 999,990 Mahasattvas who are unnamed, and these 10 meet our most important needs.
Most important needs, most typical needs.
Thank you, Master.
It's beautiful. No? It's amazing. So this is sort of a clue to us that gives you an edge over others in terms of wisdom. Become more sensitive to it. Okay, so these different beings, these Kinnaras are basically musicians, great musicians. They can sing as well, but their strength is making music, playing the lute, all those things. Techno. What? You don't think I know about techno? I love techno music. And so this is kind of interesting for us to see that, for example, here at 607, he became enlightened, okay, by achieving a treasure of tremendous pure faith and understanding, okay? And so he has tremendous pure faith, okay, and understanding funny that it has faith accompanying understanding. Meaning that if you want to increase your understanding, you people, what must precede it? Faith. It's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it? Understanding comes from faith. Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. That makes a lot of sense to me because I'm currently studying for a certification and having to dive into a lot of worldly knowledge. Mm-hmm. And when I don't believe in the concepts, it's much harder for me to store it in my short-term and long-term memory. But when I believe in the concepts, when I have faith that the concepts I'm learning benefit me and benefit, my work, then it's much easier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. I'll give you another example. Okay? Give you another example that I've noticed newcomers. Some newcomers we have recently, the last year or two, who came to our temple from other temples, and they came, and I'm not going to mention he or she, but the level is not very high, even though they've been around for quite a while. Okay, and somehow they made it to 1A, first stage Arhat, so quickly. Whereas XX, for her to make the first stage Arhat, took her like years, 5 years. Why do you think I call her Xian Xin? Xin is faith. Someday when I look at her, you have a small problem here. So I'm going to call you Xin faith. Boy. Is she there? Yeah, it's better you're not around because I can badmouth you behind your back. A lot easier when you badmouth someone they're not looking at you. See? And so, took her a while. I'm telling you, like 3 years or so, 3-4 years before. But she didn't get it. She said, how come you call me Sin? I said, I don't know. I said, pick a name. Pick a name out of the air, that's all. But anyway, nowadays, this particular person I can think of here, all of a sudden, within a year or so of intense cultivation, following instructions, made it to 1A. When before LMT, people would take years to get there. Right? Years. And so I'm willing to share with you, okay, the biggest requirement for you to get to 1A, which is very, very highly recommended, is, yeah. Don't tell anyone now. Yeah. Interesting? In order for you, I just gave an example, in order for you to have wisdom in your cultivation, wisdom is usually opened when you reach 1A. Below that, it doesn't quite count. If you ask me personally. Okay? And so that's why from faith, that's when you have understanding and wisdom. So far, so good. I decided to take time to talk to you about the first one here, half an hour to talk to you about the first one, because I feel it's very important. Most people who cultivate don't get it. People have been reciting Buddha's name for 20, 30 years, have been meditating for 20, 30 years, and they don't get very far because they lack this important element. It's not, if you're not clear, you can ask XX about it. Okay. And to me, this is interesting, folks. This is so interesting to me here. That's why I'm decided to linger on this first slide here, second slide here. Resulting, this faith here and understanding came from the perfection of all merit and virtue. It's so fundamental in your cultivation. You need to add more and more of merit and virtue. Okay? Any questions? That's why I don't care about his hands here. What I explained to you, much more important. Okay? I don't know why he's talking so much about these things. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6, 7. There you go. I covered 26 slides for you. You are really jokers. Yeah. Next, Kinnara King. Oh, by the way, feel free to read those slides. They're up there online somewhere. Kinnara King, delightful roar, gain a passage into liberation of, constantly emitting every delightful sound, thereby dispelling the sorrow and terror of all who hear.
乐意吼声紧那罗王，得横出一切乐意声，令闻者离忧，不解脱门。
Okay. Continuing with my momentum, I'm not going to look at his slides. Maybe I should. Okay, let me look a little. There you go, I look already. Very good. Okay. Okay. Delightful roar. Roar here refers to a lion roar. This is a Buddhist kind of thing, okay, that the Buddhists would like to give the analogy of the Buddha speaking the Dharma as a lion's roar. Because lion's roar, lion being considered to be the king of the beasts, so every time the lion roars, the beasts are terrified, they run away. And I think Master Hsuan, I remember vaguely that he says even the fragrant elephant, which is very, very powerful elephant, is frightened. His brains are split. Okay, that kind of thing. That's the saying in Chinese Buddhism. So that's the lion roar. It has a function, has the effect of frightening. Frightening who? Not us. Okay? Because Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are not in the business of frightening us. Who do they frighten? Huh? Who?
Evil.
Evil? Mm-hmm. Evil, very good. Mm-hmm. Anyone else? In the back?
Master, demon, and externalist.
Demon and externalist, because those are the people, or the beings who are very difficult to impress. The demons, they're not scared of us. Okay? I'm telling you, they're not scared of me for sure. Okay? Externalists look down upon me, not talk about scared. They look down upon me. Yeah. And so the Buddha, he has the same problem because he looks the same as us. Actually, he's taller, much more handsome. Okay, let's be real. never mind. It's depressing to think about it. It'll be a while before we can catch up with the Buddha. Anyway, so the demons, externalists, they come with these prejudices. They say, I'm better than you, I'm better looking, I'm more powerful, and you're an idiot, and so forth. Okay, so this is what we all have to do, is overcome the first thing we have to do is to overcome that barrier. They think they're better, they think we are insignificant and so forth, losers and so forth, okay? Whereas when you talk about a lion's roar is when the Buddha spoke the Dharma. He's not roaring like a lion, but when he spoke Dharma, it sounds like a roar of a lion. And the demons and the externalists, the Taoists and so forth, are frightened out of their wits when they listen to the Dharma sound. It's interesting. Why? Why is that? He speaks very softly. He says like, oh! No, he said, hello, how are you today? Why? I know some of you are thinking, what does it have to do with delightful sound, dispelling sorrow and terror and so forth? I'm coming. Why? Yes, 8.
Yeah, Master. It's kind of far-fetched, but when he speaks Dharma, does he awaken or shake their Buddha nature so then they know that their beliefs are not quite aligning with that?
So it's like your Buddha nature is like a walnut tree when you need to shake it. Very good. Creative. Anyone else? 5.
Thank you, Master. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure I understand the question. Can you repeat the question, please?
How can the Buddha, when he speaks Dharma, Buddha is not very loud. He doesn't have to roar. And how come the demons and externalists are terrified?
It's not how loud the Buddha's saying it, it's what's being said.
What's being said? Go on.
Well, you don't need to shout truth. You don't need to...
It's like a love song.
Turn the volume up on enlightening beings.
My bell, those are words that go together well. Oh, my Michelle. Oh, excuse me.
And the refrain echoes in my mind, knowing the rest of that song. And you said it so softly. That's the entire point.
Yeah, the softer it is, the more you remember. It clicks with you. Yeah? Very good. 3.
Thank you, Master. I was thinking, is it, just from my own personal experience, the Dharma sometimes is frightening to my ego. Is that what's frightening them?
Yeah, it's the evil inside of you. Yeah, very good. 2.
It's from Jane. Can Master please explain the story of the living Buddha on slides 612 to 620?
Why? I intentionally dropped it. I mean, it's too much for non-Chinese. You know, he talked about this Buddha here, his living Buddha, I remember vaguely, and the living Buddha, he does strange things as a monk. He doesn't follow the rules, and he eats whatever he wants. You spit, and he picks it up, the thing you spit, and he picks it up and eats it, and oh, this is so delicious. Okay? And so he's called living Buddha. So he manifests his spiritual penetrations, and so people were terrified of him. So he's a monk, but he does strange things. He did strange things. Okay? And you can read it. It's a little bit far-fetched, but I fail to see the point, especially for Westerners. Yeah, and say, yeah, you Asians, yellow people, believe anything you read. Okay? So, just for those things, you just read and say, oh, how interesting that the Chinese believe in these things. And for us Westerners, we said, yeah, okay, you like to believe, fine. But for us, it's too far-fetched. It's like the Terminator series, It's not for everyone. You want me to go over it? Yes, too.
This is from Alex, and he asked, Emitofuo Master, if someone has the faith to show up and recite Buddha's name over and over for 20 years, what faith is missing that stops progress?
Good question. What is missing in that? Such a good question. What's his name again?
Alex Reyes.
I want you all to hear that. This is Alex Reyes. Reyes means kings in Espanol. Okay? Remember the names. Alex, king. Alex of the kings. And he says, if I recite the Buddha's name for 20 years, why is my faith lacking? Yeah? It says lack sincerity. It's okay. It's been she and me. It's okay. She says it's lack sincerity. Don't worry. Let her be. Let her be. I want spontaneity. Don't feel constrained. Be yourself. Lacks sincerity. Anyone else? What's lacking in faith? Why is it lacking in faith? You've been reciting for 20 years. How come faith is lacking? What am I missing? Yes.
I don't think just reciting his name actually helps the Buddha do any of his work. That's all you're doing.
But it's talking about faith in the Buddha.
Yeah, but the reason he's getting obstructed or whatever, he's not moving up in the levels is because he's not actually doing any work. He's not doing any good for society. He's just saying a word over and over again.
Then we're talking about faith.
So
what's lacking in that faith? Well, why come I mentioned?
Yeah, but
it's a fair question. I said the reason that many of you made it to 1A because of this thing called faith. I see in each and every one of you say, "Oh, that's faith. Oh, that has faith. That one has faith. That one has faith." Okay. This person has been reciting for 20 years, 30 years. What's lacking? What faith is lacking?
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Good answer. Anyone else? 5.
Thank you, Master. In this hypothetical scenario, I would say it doesn't sound like any faith per se is lacking, but perhaps it's the means that the faith is being exercised with. Because if I have faith in a bicycle and I ride it every day, I can only get so far. But if I have faith in a red Ferrari and I drive it every day, I'll get exponentially further.
That's one of the Pure Land Shastra. Not bad. Yes, 8. Yeah. He makes it up, but sometimes he hits the jackpot.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, Peter.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. Very creative. Yeah.
I was thinking
He
that,
always has an answer for everything. You notice that?
he does, yeah.
8, go ahead.
I was thinking it's not like baking a cake. It's not like
This
baking a
is
cake,
new.
being able to say.
I never
okay,
make a cake before, by the way, so I'm curious.
Really? Well, cooking or assembling a sandwich. It's not the same. Trying to get into Pure Land is it demands something more than following a formula. That's how I feel. I think it demands sincerity.
Something is lacking sincerity.
And something of
else.
yourself that shows that you are sincere about it.
Very
You're willing
good.
to make sacrifices for it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, give it to her. 8 again.
I would think it's a same lack of sincerity, like the pure intent. It's like it's more like seeking, doing it for seeking.
You do a seeking. Seeking. Okay. So the therapist has nothing to say. Nothing. Okay, day off today. We're not going to make you work today. Okay, just take it easy, kid. Yes, too.
Is it the roots? The spiritual
roots?
roots.
Spiritual roots. Okay, it's faith. Yes, faith is spiritual roots. That's correct. Yes, Diego. 7.
Thank you, Master. Maybe this person is lacking purity, like pureness in the heart.
Purity of the heart. And when the heart is pure, what does it look like? Vajra. Not bad.
Keeping precepts.
Keeping precepts. Okay. Anyone else? Today, only the White Mountain Temple people are actively participating and contributing. The rest of them have the day off. Last call. Yes. 8.
Emitofuo Master, he doesn't have a good knowing advisor?
Doesn't have a good knowing advisor? That's not wrong. JMT. No JMT. Yeah.
Emitofuo Master, lack of blessings.
Lack of blessings. Very good. Yes, in the back.
Master, I just wanted to ask him, what would he like to do with reciting the Buddha names? What is his purpose?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so if his purpose is to seek rebirth for the Pure Land, then YongHua Chansu used to say that you will rebirth to the Pure Land eventually. But then if he wants this lifetime, he has to be one mind and confused. So there's a lack of fine print over there.
Okay, Anyone else? Oh, 9.
Phật Thầy, thiếu thành tâm cúng dường tâm bảo, thiếu bố thí.
Emitofuo Master, lack of sincerity, a lack of offering to triple jewel, lack of giving, practice giving.
Correct. It's very good. It sounds like a wild guess, but actually it's a foundation of faith, by the way. Unless you have blessings, you cannot have faith. And you cannot have blessings unless you practice giving. Very good. Very, very, very sound. Anyone else? Yes, Andres.
I had a question I want to ask for a long time.
Now is a good time.
Yeah.
My plane might fall off from the skies.
We always ask how we can get help from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but how do we help them? Why wouldn't I help them?
You want to help them? They don't need help. Seriously. They don't need help.
So I don't even do a single thing for them.
Okay. But you should help them. Even though they don't need it, we still should help them.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes. Good point. Yes, Malcolm, go ahead. Do your YouTube thing.
JB98 says, the faith to practice samadhi meditation is what is missing, and saying the Buddha's name is virtue. There is still samadhi and insight left.
Okay, it's not wrong.
Then they ask, is Alex lacking the 3 trainings?
Can we make it not personal, please? No personal attacks. Yes, sir, in the back, 5.
Thank you, Master. I just wanted to shout out Andre's John F. Kennedy approach to Buddhism. Ask not what the Buddha can do for you. Ask what you can do for the Buddha. Emitofuo.
It's a good question, good intellectual question. If I recite the Buddha's name for 20 years, I've been doing for 20 years, what faith am I lacking? It's very simple. If after reciting the Buddha's name for 20 years, and you're still nowhere near getting rebirth to the Pure Land, then something is wrong. Yeah? No 2 ways about it. Something is wrong. So many things are wrong. But since you asked me about faith, let me answer what's wrong about faith. But as many of you pointed out to this person, there's so many things you've been doing it wrong. Okay? If you want to zero into faith only, I can talk to you about faith. All right? What's wrong? What's lacking in faith? You have the wrong faith. It's that simple. The facts speak for themselves. You have to figure it out. At least my job is to tell you it's not going to work. Whether you believe it or not, it's none of my business. I try my best. I tell you, my job is to tell you what I know. Whether you believe me or not, that's your prerogative. Am I making sense to you? That's where faith comes in. I hope it helps. So many things are wrong after 20 years of reciting Buddha's name, and no one told this person. That hurts, if you ask me. It's 20 years of chasing after my own shadow. I would be very upset. I wasted 4 years of my life at my master's temple. I am not a happy camper. And because of that, I resolve, I vow not to let it happen to any of you at my temples. Okay? All right. Something is wrong. Your faith is wrong. It's not that if you have faith in the wrong things, or you have inadequate faith, in general, it falls under the heading of something wrong with your faith. Look into it. Good luck to you. Got it? Okay. A good question, by the way. All right. So, delightful roar. When the Buddha spoke the Dharma, he spoke very softly, and the externalists and the demons who are frightened because a very simple rule. These beings are up to no good. They're trying to cheat you, trying to confuse you, trying to afflict you, trying to harm you. They want bad things to happen to you. When Buddha speaks Dharma, he's telling you about those things. Don't do this, don't do that either. See? So he's telling what we call in Buddhism the truth. Okay? To steal is wrong. To inhale is wrong. To drink is wrong. And so on and so on. Whereas the beings are advocating that. They say, oh, it is so cool for you to cheat on your wife. Huh? It's so cool for you to steal from others, scam others, and get away with it. You are so smart. You're outsmarting everyone else. You are a winner. That's what they do. And the Buddha says, no, don't do that. You're hurting yourself. And because he's speaking the truth, these beings are frightened because they don't want you to know the truth. What happens when you speak the truth, folks? They will slander you. Just like they slandered the Buddha. Any of us who speak the truth, be prepared to be slandered. Because they're scared of us. They have to slander you and make you lose credibility. That's what demons do. They cannot fight you head on. They only can slander you. Okay? So that's why they're frightened. And what this Kinnara king delightful roar, okay, meaning that he's very good at what? Speaking the Dharma. Remember, roar, okay, is speaking the Buddha Dharma. Delightful meaning that he speaks it very, very well. It's an eloquence, one of the 4 eloquences. Okay? 乐说, 辩才, the eloquence of delightful speech, if you will. Okay? So when he's very good at speaking a Dharma, and how does he do it? By constantly emitting delightful sounds. Okay? So when he makes music, when he sings, it helps us understand the Buddha Dharma. That's spiritual powers for you. Saturday night, when you go to that thing, you will not hear any Buddha Dharma, I assure you. You have fun, okay? It will be delightful, but it's no Buddha Dharma. But when this Kinnara king speaks the Dharma, plays music, it's like he's speaking Dharma. Now is it clear for you why they play music? Because that's how they speak Dharma. Finally, after 3 weekends. No, 2.
Oh my God.
3.
I had a question about the music portion.
Mm-hmm.
So when we hear high-level music in this world, I'm thinking like Ave Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Could that be a Kinnara king?
Could be. Could very well be. Could be inspiration from the heavens. Most of these composers, they go into a trance when they compose music, by the way. They don't simply sit down like us when we're eating. Oh, this is nom, 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 nom. No, when they compose, actually, to me, these artists, they go into a different mode where they basically enter samadhi and they write from samadhi. Sometimes, like Michelangelo, when he did a statue of David, he says, I started carving the marble and I saw the shape of David in my mind. That's samadhi in movement. Is that clear? So these beings, they enter samadhi, so they're different mode entirely. Okay? So yes, most likely it's a samadhi state, or you could say it's from the heavens, which is state of samadhi. Yes, Diego, 7.
Thank you, Master. I want to go back a little bit to what Andres was saying, that how can we help to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas? And I was thinking about it. And for me, I think maybe we can help them by taking better decisions in our own life and not putting so much work into them. Is it okay to think like that?
Can you repeat that?
For example, I remember Master YongHua, he was saying that people sometimes put a lot of work into the Dharma protectors because they don't really listen or follow instructions. So maybe one way that we can help these Buddhas and Bodhisattvas is taking better decisions in our lives so we can help ourselves instead of waiting for their help.
Yeah, sure. All the help is designed to help you help yourself. They won't do it for you, trust me. If they do it for you, you have to keep on coming back to them. Their objective is to teach you how to do it yourselves. So help comes in two forms, okay? Sometimes concurrently, but most of the time is to teach you, like Master YongHua, on how to fix your problem through the teaching of Chan. Okay? And the second part is you help because you need to help because they're helpless. They cannot help themselves. And they deserve to get help in order to make progress, to go past this hump. Okay? Then it makes sense to help. But so there are two different things. One is you taught how to help yourself. That's training, you will. Number two is that sometimes you have to meddle and you have to help them, push them over the hump. So it's a combination of the two. Okay? We're lucky in that my teacher brought the self-help Dharma. Okay? And then he's more well-known to the Chinese of the world, to the Vietnamese, Chinese, and so forth, for the help that he extended personally to others. Okay? But I assure you, okay, this is only because for the weak, and that's what is very loud. Everyone says, come when you have problems, come ask Master YongHua for help, we'll help you. Okay? So that's why eventually he's more well-known for helping in this case here. But his biggest contribution to me is the Chan technology. It's mantra technology, the Pure Land technology, not this thing here. This thing is for weak people. Sometimes you have to do it, but not always. Yes, too.
From JB 98, are the strongest demons able to imitate the beautiful sounds to confuse people?
Yes, they can. Absolutely. Whatever we can do, they can too. So that's why Saturday night, be careful. Yes, 7. They also, can enter samadhi and compose evil music.
Thank you, Master. I just remember Daniel, and he was saying the gangster rap.
Mm-hmm. Daniel, yeah. That's why you can tell if they like gangster rap, you watch out. Don't marry them. Anyone else? Okay, so finally, this Kinnara king is kind of interesting because he makes delightful music. He sings in a way so delightful to listen to his singing. And the amazing thing is that when you listen to his creations, it dispels your sorrow and terror. That is powerful. The sorrow, you can sort of agree, right? I'm sad, and this music's interesting, and so forth. So you become interested, right? It's fascinating, okay? But the terror, when you're terrified, which is a lot stronger than sorrow, right? Sorrow is I feel sad. I need to see a shrink. I don't feel good, okay? But terror is that you are frozen. You can't do anything. And what do you do then? Turn on the music. And the terror, poof, disappears like magic. That is powerful. It's so cool. This is where I want to be Kinnara king like him. It would be so cool. Can you imagine you rule over all these Kinnaras? Okay, they are excellent musicians and entertainers, performers themselves, but they are still subject to sorrow and terror. Why sorrow? Lost love. Why terror? Divorce. Got it? You should feel lucky you're single, little one. Okay. So, turn on the music and the sorrow dispelled, the terror is gone. That is beautiful. No, because I know of cases where people are terrorized. That say like you're being bombed. You can see the application here. That bombs are raining on you. What do? Turn on Kinnara music, and you dance in the street, singing in the rain, singing under the bombs. I'm so happy again. All right. Next, Kinnara king, brilliance of bejeweled trees, gain a passage into liberation of establishing sentient beings in great compassion, enabling them to enlighten to their original conditions.
宝树光明紧那罗王得大悲安利一切众生，令觉悟所缘解脱门。
So this bejeweled trees here, the trees very, very adorned. The adornments are like jewels. Adornments are like jewels. He became enlightened, okay, by establishing sentient beings in great compassion. How do you establish sentient beings in great compassion? Did Master Shua explain? Yeah, how do you establish people in great compassion? Well, I don't know either. Enabling to enlighten to their original conditions. What's original conditions? Yeah, 8. Yeah. Okay, Master Shun explains it as enabling to hear the Dharma and enlighten to their original causes and conditions. That originally the nature is pure. Okay, that's the original condition. The original condition is purity. Very good. Very good explanation. But what about establishing sentient beings in great compassion? How? Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. At the risk of having an answer, I think you have to first expose the sentient beings to what great compassion is so they can experience it.
Yeah, that would work. What's great compassion? This is a very important point. This is a very important point I want to make to you. If I die, this is the last thing I want you to remember. If my plane is shot, because I'll be flying a lot to Asia, to Europe. Europe very close to, Yes, too.
Is it, you've seen everyone suffering, but you have to take on their suffering too, and someone's in pain, and you feel, not just, I feel your pain, but you have to feel the pain to great compassion.
Great compassion, very good. Anyone else? Huh? To his blab, yes. 7.
Not only you feel their pain, but you also try everything in your power to relieve that pain.
Okay. Let me explain to you about great compassion. Great compassion is, don't think of something that's like foreign, something so deep. Great compassion is that you want to have great compassion, you want to establish great compassion, yourself in great compassion. What do? Yes, Andres. Now you know why I digress and get distracted all the time. I don't remember my points. Go ahead, Andres. No pressure.
Giving?
Yeah.
You broke my chain of thoughts with giving? Not bad, but work on that. Okay. How do you establish yourself into great compassion? Let me tell you. Can I tell you? Worldly people, they have this nasty habit of being judgmental, of what kind of judgment are we talking about? About right and wrong. If you have people, you draw near people who always are looking for right and wrong, they have no compassion. Agree or disagree? And I'm citing, for example, half of the population, at least half the population in United States is like that. No, I'm not talking about politics, Peter. Jeez. Huh? Why do I say half that? Because this is one trait of a certain group of people in America that always dwells on right versus wrong. Okay? They are, and one just walked in. Yes, 5.
Woke liberals.
It's not totally wrong. Manic people. I want you to pay attention to that. If my plane got shot tomorrow, April 1st, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. I want to remember, if it's the last thing you remember from me, watch out for manic people. You recognize them because they're always judging you. She's so wrong, he's so wrong, he's so wrong. Counselor.
And Master, in psychology, we call that black and white thinking.
Black and white thinking. Even worse than black and white, dear, it's about zooming in on what they do wrong. It's not white, they look at black. Black and white, you can claim balance. You can claim neutrality. Okay? You can claim being reasonable, being logical. But what they zoom in, the sickos, is they zoom in on where you are wrong. Lloyd, what do you have to say? Seven.
Sorry, Master, I have no comments.
Safe way. Yes, 5.
Thank you, Master. I'd like to acknowledge our guest from San Jose and assure him he is in a safe place.
Thank you. Amen. Hallelujah. Okay, be careful. I want you to remember, in our community, there are lots of those sickos. Okay? They're always judging. She's so wrong, he's so wrong. And it's good for us because they are so sick. That's why another one. Yes, Andres.
What if I have to work with someone who's on drugs? They're kind of crazy.
Oh, have to do with compassion.
Yeah.
You have compassion with people on drugs, I imagine.
Yeah, it happens pretty often, but unfortunately. But sometimes they don't have it together.
They're musicians or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I try to be like professional and serious, but sometimes it's like, man, I don't know how would I go about that sort of thing.
Yeah, Malcolm, give him the answer. Give it to him.
Since you're working with music, join the straight edge community. No drinking, no drugs, no smoking. Straight edge.
Straight edge. There you go. 12 steps. Okay, I don't have an answer for you. You have to talk to professionals. Okay, take a break, Peter. I need to finish my lecture here. He's going to make me laugh and then forget what I want to say again. Okay, enough is enough. I only have 6 minutes left. I got to go. I got out of here, folks. Okay. Did I answer your question, sir? Yeah. What do you want from me?
I don't know. I mean, Malcolm's right, but it's just not impossible. It's not possible in what I do. Is so many people on drugs and
drugs.
Sometimes they can take care of themselves and handle it, but then there's some times where they're just out of control. And I'm trying to get work done with them and trying to do stuff with them. And at a certain point, it's less I'm angry with them and more I just feel bad for them, but how do I I don't know. How do I do the work I need to do? And then,
you know how difficult it is for a group of 4 people to finally make it and become the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
They're all like crazy.
You can't always get
It's extremely difficult to get anything done. That's why they're so impressive. Look, anyone listen to YouTube? YouTube? You don't have YouTube? Not yet. Okay? They have such great albums, yeah? It's just incredible albums. Police, have one album. Police has one album. It's just like fantastic. Okay, U2 has 2 or 3. Okay, have you heard the latest one? After 9 years, you haven't heard the latest one. I'm so embarrassed. I'm the only one who knows about the latest album from U2. And all of you look at me, Peter, what do you think of the latest album?
I think that they've manipulated Apple Music to make it automatically play in my car whenever I connect to CarPlay, so I think it's multifaceted.
Multifaceted. I'm disappointed. They're trying too hard. Whereas back then, it's natural. It flows through your soul and manifests in your fingers, okay? But this one here is like forced. It just doesn't feel good. My point, Andres, is that it's so difficult to be able to produce great works because of the limitations of what you work with. It's very, very difficult. That's what you have. That's your environment. One day they're good, next day, exactly opposite person. You're not talking about days even, maybe like hours, or half a day, or quarter day. Bless you, bless you. Okay? That's the nature of the beast. If somehow you have the blessings, they will, things will fall into place. But you don't have blessings, there's lots of obstructions. That's the nature of the work. He struggles too, because that's how they find inspiration. They find inspiration, they like it, okay, but it doesn't last because it's temporary. It's inconsistent. That's the nature of your work. But when all those four guys, when the blessings manifest together at the same time, it's great works. All right? All right, so I can't help you there. How do we get here? Okay, I was trying to tell you that the problem with people in the world, okay, half the people in this country, I'd say about 66% of the people in this country, they are judgmental, basing it on right versus wrong. Okay, they don't realize it's being manic. Judging people, being judgmental, is one of the traits of manic people. And we have a lot of them in our community, by the way. Nothing wrong with that. You look at them and say, you're being manic, I put up with you. How do you put up with manic people? You shut up, you don't fight them. And they will calm down. Let them judge, let them do whatever, they tantrums, whatever. Don't do anything, and they will calm themselves down. That's all. You weather the storm, that's all. Don't do a darn thing. Okay? So anyway, the problem with people in the world is they're judgmental. Especially when smart people who are not manic, now they're arrogant. They say, I'm smarter than you. Okay? They judge you. Whereas in Buddhism, it's not about right and wrong. What's right and wrong? Right and wrong is intellect. Buddhism, we emphasize compassion, not right and wrong. What's right today could be wrong tomorrow. What's love today can be hate this afternoon. Okay? Because thoughts are impermanent. Is that clear? So therefore, if you base yourself on right and wrong, win or lose, okay, as a sign of a person who lacks compassion, okay, lacks wisdom. Instead, if you dwell in compassion, you're on the right track. What's compassion? Compassion is instead of looking at right or wrong, you look at what? Their suffering. That's how you establish people in compassion. Don't worry about great compassion yet. If you're not enlightened yet, it's not about great compassion. It's about compassion. Compassion is instead of looking at them and say, why are you yelling at me? What did I do wrong? Okay, you don't react. You just absorb it. Instead of judging that person because they're judging you, you do the exact opposite. You don't judge, and you say, I see where you're suffering. I see your suffering. Try to look for their suffering instead of looking. Are you paying attention, Mary Jo? So much pressure. She's. Can you zoom in for her? This woman is scary. Instead of judging them, instead of accusing them of right and wrong, and look at them and say, focusing on the suffering behind their behavior. That's compassion, folks. Compassion is not to feel sorry. No, you look at them and say, where are you suffering? Oh, this is hurting you. That's compassion. Okay? And great compassion is, you don't have it. Never mind. I don't have time. I ran out of time. I got to bail. Okay, guys? It's been great, but hey, I have enough of you. We joke a lot. Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Okay, and for the record, hey, people, we're done with jewelry here, Great Compassion here. Next will be 6:37, okay? Thank you. Be well.